welcome to another episode. This time we're starting off where we left off last, and that was the copper converter. It has proven very good and working just fine. I have been converting copper at a fast rate here. I've been trying to actually AFK a little bit while I do other stuff, and then just stand here and wait for more copper to actually come out. And as you can see, I've just recently put in a lot of new copper in most of them, but some of them have finished fast, so we're going to get another batch, I think, of oxidized copper. So it's not much left right now. I need around half a stack more before I actually can start building the whole wall and everything, and it's turning into nighttime, so proposally we go back into what is going to be today's project, because the whole reason I built the copper converter to begin with was that I can change and make the interior of the base. Right now it looks very wonky in here. It has lots of grooves and everything inside of here. I put down the scene lanterns only because I wanted to have the light in here so nothing could spawn. And yeah, this does not look very good. I'm going to show you as soon as I've slept here. So yeah, you can see we have a lot of wonkiness going on, and yeah, still the only thing that looks good is the sorting system, but only when you are inside. If you look out, you just, oh, what's this? So I decided that even though we have gotten all of the copper here, or almost all of the copper, I should say, I wait for a little bit more. There we have 41 in the last stack, and if I remember correctly, yeah, we need 47. I need 7 stacks and 47 blocks. So we are almost, this is 7 stacks, and then we have, so we need a little bit more. But yeah, next batch, it's going to be fine. So I'm just going to start building, I think, inside of here, because while I'm working here, the copper, of course, oxidized down there. That's why I put it down there, so I'm close by. So right now it doesn't look very good, as you've seen, and also because we need to decorate it. We're going to have a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to have a very nice floor design that's going to go into here, and then we're going to have some nice wall design as well that's going to be put here, so we get a little bit more cohesive and nice looking base, because right now it looks more like a building site or something like that. So we're going to start off, and I think I'm going to start with the floor because I have all the materials already for that, and we'll see each other once the floor has been done. Okay, so the floor is finished, and I must say, like I usually do when I talk about my builds, I'm really liking it. It's a lovely design, and I'm really liking the fact that I have these 4 different sort of materials underneath the glass here, and it's still feeling like, I don't know, some sort of, yeah, I was very thinking of what I wanted to have below here, because the glass with some sort of block or water or anything down below was a very early idea for me when I started designing this floor. And then I wanted to sort of having these designs that sort of mesh together. So for example, if do I have any blocks that I can show you guys? Yeah, I think I have. I wanted to start with having light blocks. What I mean by that is blocks that give off light, so I could have the sort of light-giving area so it doesn't get too dark. But then I decided to go for these 4, and the reason for that is I wanted to use shroom lights instead. But if you take a look at them, oh, I'm standing completely in the wrong way. I'm going to place these. If you take a little bit of a look at them, you can see that they, even though they mesh very well, you can also see that they have this sort of grid pattern on them. They are not as completely meshless or filled with stuff as, for example, the amethyst or the glowstone. Those don't look like they are blocks. They are just some sort of mass that has been put in here. The same with the magma blocks. It is a little bit visible inside of the crying obsidian, but it's not as visible as the or the shroom lights, so that's why I decided to go for the those instead of having shroom lights down there, because I wanted to have some sort of material that could look a little bit eternal or yeah, something out of this world, this type of thing, and give off light as well. And that's not many blocks in Minecraft to do that, and also fits all the other criteria I had for it. So yeah, I really love the four of these, and the reason for me having 4 of them is because I couldn't choose one of them. So very easy, just go with 4 instead of 1 when you want all 4 of them. And then of course we have all of the cyan and sort of green colored stuff, and that's mostly because it's going to fit well with the copper, because we have a copper theme going on here. Copper is one of my favorite blocks together with prismarine, so I really love that those 2 blocks go very well together when you put them in some sort of way. And then of course we have the walkway here, copper walkway with some water, and I really wanted to have just something that moves a little bit inside of here, because the wall that we're going to have here and also the roof is going to be very static, so something that moves so we get a little bit of a feeling. The same thing going for the light blocks, of course, a little bit of animation going on there. And with all of this we have the walkway to each side up to what are supposed to be the staircase. That one is not yet to be finished, so I can't do much else. I have tried to take out a little bit of blocks because we're going to build those as well, but right now we're focusing on this space over here. And now when the floor is done, and hopefully I'm going to go down and check on the copper facility, because now we need the copper, because it's going to be a big copper wall here that we're going to change up and give some patterns and everything, so it doesn't just turn into a big copper wall. And after I've done the wall, we're going to continue on with the roof design. We'll see if I do a little bit of a check-in when I've done one of those 2 things, and we'll see each other in a short while. time-lapse, we now have a finished entrance hall to the base. And like I said with the floor, I really love the aesthetics that we have going on here. With the wall and also the roof, I decided to go for that as well, but I didn't time-lapse the roof because it was mostly me going on this sort of... I don't know, brackets or walkways up there and just placing a lot of blocks, and it was not that fun of a time-lapse. So I decided to go for mostly the wall, which was a hassle in itself since we have this staircase using pattern that I have here. This pattern has been with me for a long time actually. I was going to use it on the sorting cube, the sorting system that we had in the first base in this world, but after I decided to go for having it in the ground instead of having it above ground, I decided that the walls couldn't be used in that design. So I have kept it for something special in the future. And when I was sort of brainstorming how to make this and decide on that, I stumbled upon this in my testing world and I can use this. And that's why we have the nice little effect of it. I really love the sort of pattern that we have, and then you have some mostly brightly colored or maybe dark colored behind if you have light blocks. I don't know, but you have a very big contrast with having this, and I really love that the little sort of I don't know, screws, mutters, dots, something inside of the copper comes from or it gets forth a little bit, and it's shown. So we have everything going here, and like I said with all of the builds, I really love this one, and I'm really going for the sort of cyan, dark colored, and also we have a little bit of grayish inside of here. The deep slate gets used in some sort of way together with the prismarine blocks and the cyan blocks. I'm not going to show you most of the staircases because I don't have not completely finished them, so I've just made it so it looks good right now when I'm walking around here. You can see a little bit of a hint of what I've decided to go with. But yeah, we have everything there, and like I said, everything works, and I also managed to work in the sign for the copper converter alerter or something like that. So all of the lights now are working. So right now I don't have any lights on because no copper has been finished, but as soon as it has, we can get lights going here, and it has been while I've been working. So that's why we have a little bit left of the stuff here, some smelting items and everything, because I have no place for that yet. But yeah, we need to start going on with that as well, because we have an upper floor that's going to get done in some episode in the future. Can't promise you guys if it's going to be the next episode, because I think I have built a lot in the episodes that has been in the last little while, so maybe we'll do something else like redstone project, or maybe exploring some bit of the 1.20 stuff. I don't know yet, we'll see. So with that, I think we are finished for today's episode. This has been really fun to build. It has been a lot of work that's gone into it, and I'm really in love with the results. It's really nice to see something come together and actually get built inside the world once you have the idea finished. So yeah, with that, we're going to turn over to you guys, and I hope that you have enjoyed this episode as well. If you did, consider leaving maybe a like, maybe even comment on the episode, tell me what you liked about it, and even subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. We'll see each other. Goodbye.